up to between everything between collateral did well. Waterworlds did well, but that's when he was jumping on the couch. And then what was it? Mission
Well,
Impossible 3.
Waterworlds came out in. Oh, I'm back on his thing.
I think Mission Impossible 3 didn't do as well as they thought it would do. They blamed it on Tom Cruise and this whole jumping on the couch shit, and people didn't fuck with Tom
He
Cruise.
loved his bitch. What's wrong with that?
What are you?
Oh, welcome to another episode of the Serbian film.
What did you say?
Did you just caught that?
You did.
I was like, oh, maybe you hear me.
What did? Oh, Jesus Christ!
Well, okay, that's how we start the show here.
Oh, let's go.
Welcome to another episode of the Serbian Film Club podcast. I'm your host Tony Reed, my co-host Charlie Hustle.
Hey, I got an intro 2 times in a row, baby.
That episode ain't posted yet, bro.
I feel
That episode ain't posted yet. Anyway,
nobody knew. I can't call it, man. You go to church this morning?
Do that again.
I was just asking if you went, man. One day you may change. You may say, yeah, I went to church. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, man. It's a good deal.
The day I go to church, they go to church when they close my casket.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, see anything this week?
Oh, what did I watch? Actually, I watched a couple of things. I watched a documentary because I like documentaries a lot. It was I watched 2. There was one called The Invisible Pilot. You ever seen it or heard of it?
Is that about Wonder Woman?
Nigga, don't do that. No, but so okay. Have you ever seen a Tom Cruise movie called American Made?
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
And have you seen the movie Kill the Messenger with Jeremy Renner?
I thought that was Chadwick Boseman. Was that him?
No, that was Message to the King.
Kill
the Messenger was the one where Jeremy Renner played David. I think it was David Webb. He was a reporter that figured out like the whole Iran-Contra thing and the government dropping guns in neighborhoods and
yeah, I did. Yeah. I've seen this. I didn't finish it.
So basically, American Made and Kill the Messenger are kind of like companion pieces to each other. And then this show, The Invisible Pilot, is about it's a documentary about one of the pilots who was actually running drugs during like Iran-Contra and was, bringing cocaine back and forth and bringing cocaine from Colombia. It was pretty deep, man. Had a lot of ties to the government. I mean, if you watch it, if you're interested in that type of stuff, it's real deep. And then I also watched a documentary it's a 4-part series on HBO called Atlantis Missing and Murdered, which was a documentary about the Atlanta child murders from the late 70s, early 80s, where they basically found a guy guilty of killing 2 adults, and they put the other killings on him. But there's a lot of inside stuff. It's pretty good actually. They did a season of Mindhunters on Netflix about that same thing. So that's a pretty good companion piece to that too, if you're interested.
Okay. Yeah.
You ain't cut me off for nothing. That's cool.
No, you was giving educational, so I will go ignorant. So I was watching porn this weekend. That's probably the only one I've seen with very, very bad plot.
Edit that out.
Nah, so I watched The Knowing with what's his name? Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
I watched The Knowing. Did you ever see it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you like it?
It was okay. I mean, the ending kind of.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was wondering if you want to say the ending. I'm about to go off the rails already. So it had something to do with the Bible. It's a biblical movie. You didn't know that until like the beginning. There was a lot of plot holes, but I'm not finna break down that movie. So at the end of the movie, I guess they were like aliens or angels. I'm not too sure. And I guess they never really explained. Basically, it was about this child who got possessed by, I say, angels, and for the next 50 years, she predicted she didn't predict it. She knew all the natural disasters that were coming, like 9/11, what else? It was like maybe I just make some stuff like the Boston bombing, things of that. And so Keanu Reeves. Oh, Nicolas Cage, my bad. Yeah, all the white boys look alike.
I told you stop doing these shows this early. You didn't want to listen.
There's actually one, but he was trying to figure it out. I like how he figured it out. It was pretty. It wasn't what do you call it? It wasn't predictable how he figured out because there was another piece he couldn't figure out, and I was like, oh, okay. So long story short, his son became possessed, and his other little girl became possessed. But they were the chosen ones to start humanity over, and they was going to destroy, I guess, Earth or maybe the universe. And then the ended with the Garden of Eden, and I guess the little boy and the little girl was considered Adam and Eve. The father couldn't go because he wasn't one of the chosen ones. Okay, so Adam and Eve had fuck. So I'm just curious, like, why are they getting children? Because they had to repopulate the earth. So I'm like, wait, what? That didn't make any sense. And think about it there. That's why you looking like that. You're like, wait, what? Not for what I said, but like, what are they doing? It would have been better to get adults rather than children. Because there were other people there too. They didn't say how many, but the main people were the Nicolas Cage's and the other little girls' mother's daughter.
Maybe. Well, but they'll grow. I mean, maybe they'll just grow up and then do it. You know what I mean? They'll grow up and.
But what if they don't make a connection? It's like, nah, I ain't trying to fuck you. I won't go with that.
So maybe they're pure though. You know, like maybe it's because they're children. They're still pure. I haven't watched it, so I'm just speculating. But
I thought you saw the movie.
No, I haven't watched it forever. I haven't watched it. The movie came out like 2010 or some shit.
I mean, it popped up.
But maybe it's because they're pure. So maybe they're the ones that got to repopulate the earth. Plus, back then, kids used to get married early.
Okay, we're not going to go too deep.
The whole fig leaf and all of those goofball shit.
Okay.
Fig leaves, man. About that. The snake and the fig leaf, the apple, all of those shit.
Okay. Other movie I saw Sonic 2. You see the first one?
You grown,
okay.
nigga.
No.
Why you watching it? Goddamn cartoon.
Well, it wasn't a cartoon, it was live action. Honestly, so the best movies are the ones you don't expect to be. They're just there. I actually enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the first one. I will say, I think both movies made the same exact money. So I think they both of them were about 300 million plus. So I guess the same audience saw it. I enjoyed it. What I think I liked about it the most was typically when movies like when the first Sonic comes up, all right, we got to make it bigger, longer, better. I think they just stuck to the format. It was like, all right, let's do a little bit more, but they didn't do Fast and the Furious.
So they didn't fall into the trap a lot of video game movies fall into. They actually had like a real plot, and it made some sense.
Yeah, and I don't remember the video game like that because I remember playing it.
It's not that much to remember. It's real simple.
Well, there was some other things in it that was going on in the video game that I think that they implemented in the movie, but all I'm trying to say is actually decent movies. It was kiddie, but it wasn't kiddie. It was like, the only thing I didn't like was the pop references they kept doing. They like had one reference was like, oh, he's the Winter Soldier because he was like skiing down like Knuckles. Then it was like, this is worse than a Limp Bizkit concert. It's like, all right, come on, this is getting a little too corny.
It's probably so that like the older people that took their kids.
Yeah,
did you watch it home or in the theater?
I'm not watching it on home. I watch it Friday, nigga.
I was asking because sometimes like you're a grown ass man up in the theater with a bunch of kids. It would look funny. That's all.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I went to see Miles Morales. It's like,
okay. I saw like years ago, back in the early 90s or late 80s, when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie came out. Me and this girl I was dating, we went to go see it. We were like the only adults in the theater.
That's a little different, though, in my opinion. Just because it didn't seem. Plus, Michael Bay did it.
No, not that one. It was one before that. But this
the
was
cartoon.
No. It was a live action Turtles movie came out in the late
Oh, I
early
forgot.
90s or
I
some
forgot you're
shit.
older than me. I forgot about that. Yes, I forgot about this shit. I
Yeah.
know. Did you talk about the one when they had the costumes on? And was the fight scene the one when they were fighting in they threw Michelangelo through the window and they were fighting in an apartment?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, that was my favorite one.
It was old. I mean, it's an older movie, but I remember me and the girl we went to see it. It was like we went to the theater. I could just remember like people, parents was like, y'all, I'll sit over here. Sit over here. Two grown ass adults in the movie theater with a bunch of kids. But I like movies like that, so.
Yeah, but I enjoy both of them. Well, no, Knowing was all right. It's just the weird ending. I felt like if M. Night Shyamalan did it, it probably would have had a better ending just because.
Why would the fuck M. Night Shyamalan do a kids movie?
That seemed like something he would. No, nigga, the Knowing. Or maybe I didn't say
Knowing.
Yeah.
But that same guy that did Dark City.
Yeah, he did Dark City, he did Mercury Rising.
And The Crow.
Oh.
I didn't hear him do Mercury Rising.
The dude who directed Knowing?
Yeah.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Would you like to make a wager?
Yeah, how much?
You got my cash app, $20.
All right, let's go. I believe it was who did. Let me see. Wait a minute. Mercury Rising. I believe that was that Harold Becker? I think that might be wrong. No, Harold Becker did. You know my cash. Just go ahead, cash out me the money, Pippin. Just cash out.
Oh, I think the guy wrote it. I'll give it to
cash out my
money.
Cash out my money.
Wait, hold on. Who did the Knowing though?
That was the guy that did The Crow. Alex.
No, wrote it.
What are you talking about, bro? We talking about director.
I know. I think I have
just cash out my shit.
I got you. Got you on first. Get you on first. Anyway,
you ain't making bet on the first.
Before we get into the show, we lost someone special this past week. Ray Liotta. He passed away on, when did you text me? On May 26th. He was known for movies like Goodfellas, Wild Hogs, Field of Dreams, Blow, Hannibal. A lot of other. I remember him just from majority of like Italian mob movies.
But I think he only made one though.
I feel like he made more.
I know. I think the only.
You know what? No, I know what I wanted to say. You're right. My bad. He was known for being a crooked cop. That's what it was.
Yeah, he played.
Majority of his films were like crooked cops. I don't know why I said Italian mob movies.
He played a decent amount of those.
That's what it was, because he was in Copland. Did he do? Was he? I think he was a Narc.
Yeah, he was in. I loved him in Narc. Narc was one of my favorite.
Yeah, Narc.
That's one of my favorite Ray Liotta performances of Narc.
But yes, yeah, he passed away. I'm not too sure why. It doesn't really matter why he just passed away, which is unfortunate.
I think Ray Liotta was a better actor than people give him credit for. Well, the reason why I say that because Ray Liotta came about in a time when, kind of right around that time, when they started a lot of straight to video, straight to DVD releases, or short. They had like real short windows in the theater. So I can remember Ray Liotta showing up on. I remember there was a HBO movie called Phoenix, where he played a cop, like an Arizona cop.
He died at the end, didn't he?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that on HBO.
But
yeah,
he was show. I mean, I think Ray Liotta's a great actor. But he would show up in a lot of like, you know, when HBO started doing like HBO films and stuff. So I think he would show up in a lot of stuff that didn't go to theaters. So he I don't think people saw his full potential. But one of my favorite Ray Liotta movies is there's a movie called Dominic and Eugene. You ever seen it?
I think I had. That was an HBO movie too, right?
No, I think that went to the theaters. But him and I think it was Tom Hulse. I think Jamie Lee Curtis was in it too, but he was a guy that lived in New York and had a brother who was slow.
Yes, I did see that. Yeah,
I love that movie. That's like one of my favorite Ray Liotta performances with Dominic and Eugene. But he'll be missed. He was actually filming a movie when he passed.
He was actually filming like 3 or 4 movies before he passed.
He'll be missed. He was one of those people where I really never expected him to show up and shit, but when he show up, I'm like, oh, that's Ray Liotta.
Last movie he did I saw was the last movie I saw with him, and it was actually pretty good. I feel like he played a crooked cop, not
He
even
probably
lying.
did.
And he played in video games too. Like he was like big in GTA.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, the character he had was
It could have been an old movie. Yeah, I think it was probably an old movie. But yeah,
what are you doing? What are you doing? Research now? What are you doing?
nah. But it's your segment. You want to text me?
Ain't no segment, niggas. Was radio. I'm the only one who can say Ray Liotta died.
No, I mean this. Look, I mean I'm not.
I just said we just to say something about Ray Liotta passing.
Okay,
It's my segment.
your segment.
I didn't know it was a segment.
I mean, it's on my list of segments. It's actually the first one, the death of Ray Liotta. I should put the passing of Ray Liotta.
Yeah, that sounds more appropriate. The death of Ray Liotta.
Sorry.
Crackers.
Passing of Ray Liotta.
What's right. Don't change it now. Do it later.
How you don't change it? I'm the producer, bitch.
You in the middle of the show? Like, really, dude? Come on, man.
What is the issue?
You gonna do it now? You gonna stop? Hold me, stop it.
The only reason they know that it's being done is because you mentioned it.
It's okay. It's only me watching. It's only one of us watching. I think that's me.
I need to make sure it's not buffering. Anyway, all right,
it looks fine. I'm looking at it on YouTube. It looks fine.
Yeah.
Just make sure you edit that part out on me.
Which one?
This part I just said right now. I said I'm looking at it on YouTube. It's fine.
Let's play Nicolas Cage. Ain't nobody watching.
Let's play Nicolas Cage.
No, how you spell Nicolas Cage? I said, how you spell Nicolas Cage?
Cage. What do you mean? How you spell it? What the fuck
I got it. Netflix. All right. Well, again, all jokes aside, seriously, he was a great actor. He was a national treasure when it came to films, and he will be missed.
Yes, he will. It's a Ray Liotta. He was in one of my favorite movies, Smoking Aces. I love Smoking Aces.
He was in, what was it?
He was He was a cop in Smoking Aces. He showed up in a lot of character roles.
He showed up a lot of cop roles. That's what it was. I said I was wrong when I texted you. I was like, he's the same character played in all the Italian movies. He played the same cop. He plays the same role. He was a good crooked cop, though. He was a hell of a crooked cop.
He did it a lot.
I give you that. But yeah. All right. That's it. Let's well, we already into the show. I won't be like, let's get back to the show.
Yeah, we already in it. I mean, except for these little pauses you're taking the shit to research.
Well, I thought your segment was gonna be a lot longer.
The fuck kind of segment? What kind of segment do you expect me to do? What are you supposed to do? We're supposed to do like a whole video tribute. Let's take the Oscars, nigga. We're supposed to do a whole Oscar tribute.
Day after day.
What's Ray Liotta doing? The fuck is you want to play some music?
You never heard that song on Set It Off? Queen Latifah.
Yeah, I know the song you're talking about. That's she's not singing on the song.
No, but it was. I think that was that girl's only hit too.
Yeah, it was like Monica and Brandy and all them.
In the movie?
No, they was singing the song at the end of Set It Off.
Don't worry, it will be in the Ray Liotta tribute once I edit this photo.
Ray Liotta wasn't in Set It Off.
No, nigga, the song.
So what the fuck are you talking about, Ray? Oh, you gonna play it? All right, you know what? I'm gonna let you have it. You got it. Jeez.
What I do?
What is nothing? Because sometimes you be saying shit I don't understand it. You try to make me feel bad, not understand it. So I'm gonna let you have it.
You need to pay attention. All right. Anyway, let's get into the first topic. So let's start off with Indiana Jones. He's wrapping it up as Harrison Ford wrapping it up as Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And
Indiana Jones, was it Indiana Jones 5?
Yeah, it'd be number 5.
They don't have a title for it yet, though.
No, I don't even know when it's coming out.
Probably not till 2020. Maybe next summer, maybe. Is Steven Spielberg still directing it?
Nah, it doesn't.
Oh, it's the cat that did Wolverine. I can't think of the freaking name. James Mangold.
Oh,
that's who's doing
Well, he's ending his. I don't even know why he's continuing with it. Maybe because he's dead in Star Wars. I don't know, but
I feel like Harrison Ford too old to lend credibility to Indiana Jones anymore. That motherfucker ain't like 80 or some shit.
I feel like he's 70, but I'm fine with it. If the script is any film, in my opinion, could be done correctly. I mean, hell, look at Liam Neeson. He's still
Liam Neeson.
Taken.
The Taken dude.
Taken it. If the script is written right, anybody can do it. I just think it needs to be done properly. So, but I've always liked the old. It goes back to a conversation that we had previously about old actors and body type not doing too much. So, let's say he gets a call, one last call, kind of like an Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. I ain't like that no more, but he had to do it, kind of situations.
No, I get that. I relate so heavy to Unforgiven, you won't believe it. But now I get that. But it's just Indiana Jones at 70 still doing the same shit. Like, I don't know if you can be using the whip and swinging the cross shit and having fist fights and all that type of stuff. Because, I mean, you just realize at a certain age, like as you get older, you realize you don't heal and shit like you used to. So, like, if I got in a fist fight today, I'm not saying I'd lose, but I'm sure I'd be hurting for a lot longer than I would in my 20s. So the fact he'll get in a fist fight and drive a car off a cliff and get in the motherfucking refrigerator and the shit will blow up and all that, it's like a lot goes on at that age, your body don't recover like it used to.
And they could probably play that into the movie, though. I could see them actually playing that into the movie where like his whip game ain't proper no more.
I hope so. I hope he gets some type of younger companion.
Well, they tried that,
but not Shia LaBeouf, not him. Somebody,
I'm hoping.
So I think I think somebody like Chris Pratt, just somebody like him, will be like a good. Maybe they were like rivals or something, and then they had to team up to do something. But somebody who could kind of match the energy or something. I don't know.
Or you know what? Just thinking off the top of my head, it could be because the first one, he's a professor,
right?
Maybe they could possibly have someone like, let's say, Chris Pratt to take over. Like he's back to Indiana Jones back to teaching. Chris Pratt brings him like some information, not knowing who he is, and then they go on the journey together.
Right. But just somebody who can do like the heavy lifting, the heavy lifting. You know what I mean? Because I mean, when you look at what was the one, Last Crusade, with him and you never saw Last Crusade?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you mean the last. You know what?
Indiana Jones Last Crusade.
All I heard was last. Not that you mean last film.
Oh, with Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yeah. Sean Connery was he played his age. You know what I mean? Like he did age appropriate. He was in the movie, but he did age appropriate.
Yeah, he did the same thing in Sean Connery, the same thing in League of Gentlemen. What's it called?
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, he kind of played age. He was like old in there, and I think he sat down several
times. like Steve Seagal. There no fights though.
Yeah, well. No, I mean I don't. I've only liked Temple of Doom.
I like Last Crusade.
I think I liked the first one too. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Was that you like the Last Crusade?
Not that I remember.
No, fuck is wrong. That was the best one.
Okay, that's your opinion, sir.
I mean, the bar is real low. According to the last one, the bar is really low. So all it has to do is be better than the last one, and they're good. That's what I say.
Speaking of sequels, they are doing a possible National Treasure 3 with Nicolas Cage.
For what?
And I think I spelled a nigga name wrong.
What did he? How you spell Cage wrong, nigga? How you do that?
Nicholas. Nicholas wrong.
Just type Nick, N-I-C.
I thought that, but I don't know if people going. What we still like? Oh, we got. Are you watching it? I think we got somebody else here.
I'm probably the one viewer.
Never mind. That's me. Here
we got one viewer.
Yeah. So the third installment in the fan base franchise is already heading forward as a television show, but its future with Nicolas Cage isn't a vein. So they are coming up with a TV show.
On Disney? Is it going to be like a Disney Plus show?
They didn't say.
That seems like the place they would put it.
I think the first two were successful. Did you see the first two?
I saw the first one. The second one I never watched it. I don't believe. I feel like I saw, but I don't remember. So maybe I didn't watch it. Can't remember. First one was pretty good though. I mean, it was real. It was pretty basic, but it was enjoyable.
I wonder if they decided to come out with a third one just because of Nick Cage's last film.
Well, which one was the last? Was that Pig?
That was the one he played himself.
Oh, okay.
And it was pretty successful.
Yeah.
I saw bits and pieces of it. I didn't finish it. It wasn't a bad movie. I just didn't finish it.
Oh.
But yeah, so Jerry Bruckheimer has actually mentioned this, so it looks like it's probably in some serious development.
Okay.
Even though he's only the producer that can make it happen to give his appreciation for Cage, he can deliver excellency.
But I'd go see it. If he did National Treasure 3, I'd probably go see it. I gotta watch 2, but I'd go see 3.
And you are correct. It's on Disney Plus, the series.
Okay, but that makes it even easier for me to watch.
Yeah, I don't really care. I just if you see the title, it's called "We Can Wrap Up Another Slow Week." So,
What, somebody has something to say?
No, just these stories are like bullshit.
Oh, they are. Well, I mean, hey, look, it is what it is.
I do like this.
I think we're back down to 1 though. So, he's like down to 1 person watching that. Like, what is this bullshit? I ain't watching this.
I did find this article interesting. Winnie the Pooh horror film revealed.
Have you seen that shit? Have you seen the Winnie the Pooh for it?
Yeah. So earlier this year, author A.A. Milne's original Winnie the Pooh story entered the public domain, granting filmmakers the right to use the character. Right. Disney animated film franchise and vision remains protected by copyright, and the studio remains exclusive use of their interpretation of Pooh Bear and his friends. However, as the studio no longer has exclusive rights to the work, others can use the character for books, and now has one. Variety has published the first photo from Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, from indie filmmaker horror, and it's in development. The film was shot in 10 days in England, not far from some place. I'm interested in seeing it. Just I something about the way the character looks, and I'll probably drop it once I edit it just to show you what it looks like. It actually looks interesting.
It looks eerie. It looks weird as shit. That's what it looks like.
It looks like they finished filming it.
It said 10 days. I mean, 10 days, you ain't doing a whole lot.
But so I'm wondering what the script is about. I mean, 10 days.
Well, look, evil Winnie the Pooh. At that point, does it matter? It's an evil Winnie the Pooh. Like, who cares what it's about? It's Winnie the Pooh. It's evil. I'll take it.
So during their interview, the director discussed the plot of the upcoming horror adaptation, which has swept social media in the last few days. Blood and Honey features Pooh and Piglet as the main villains, going on rampage after Christopher Robin abandons them to go to college.
God damn.
Now
you know what other movies in public domain like that?
What?
The Night of the Living Dead.
I believe that. Yeah, I can see that.
That's why you end up with so many like Night of the Living, like different versions of it. So I think whenever George Romero made the first one in I believe it was the 60s, something happened with it where it wasn't copyrighted. The copyright or whatever wasn't done properly. So when Tom Savini directed another one in I believe it was late 80s, early 90s, he made that version of it strictly to try to copyright the property, but couldn't. So that's why you end up with so many different Night of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead 3D. People you can remake that all you want and show it all you want. It's like
I don't think anyone can. It's just a zombie movie.
Yeah, but that's like the grandfather of
zombie movie.
Yeah, that's where every other movie came from. Night of the Living Dead.
I don't know which one it was, but it was with Candyman. What's his name?
Tony Todd.
Tony Todd was in it.
That the one he got killed at the end?
Yeah, they thought he was a zombie and they made him a zombie.
Yeah, that's the remake Tom Savini did.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you ever watch the original, the black and white?
That one was black and white, but no, I don't think I have. I probably had.
No, the one with Tom Savini wasn't black and white. That was color.
The one with Tony Todd?
Yeah, that was color.
I'm pretty sure it was. I already lost the bet.
You want to bet? You want to bet another 20 on it?
Tony Todd. Hold on.
Because
was that number 3?
So what?
Was that number 3?
Oh, it was the first. It was. They just remade Night of the Living Dead.
Living Dead. Tony.
With Tony Todd. But in that one, he turned to a zombie. But in the original, the guy wasn't a zombie. It was just a black guy coming out of the basement. And they thought he was a zombie. And they shot him.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was walking out. No, okay, wait a minute. So there were 2 of them.
I just said they made it and remade it. Tony Todd was in 1.
Okay. Oh, I did see the original. Because one of the ones, Tony Todd wasn't a zombie, or was the original one. One of them where he looked out the window and the sheriff thought he was a zombie and he shot him.
That wasn't Tony Todd. That's an original.
I know. So that's original.
Some of the guy though that played the same character. Yeah.
That was the original. Okay,
right.
Then yes, I've seen the original because then the other one, Tony Todd was in the basement and came upstairs and he was already. Yeah. Okay. Then I did see it. That's why I thought it was in black and white. I got the 2 confused.
You said all black people look alike. Is that what you just said? That's what it sounded like you said.
I don't see color. Yeah, but where were we? I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna be a fuckery show. This week is just trash, and it's gonna lead me to something later on.
That's all right. Just go with it. Just go with it.
So yeah,
whatever bullshit on your mind to talk about.
Winnie the Pooh. JamieFoxx is Wanda the Vampire Slayer.
Why? He making a movie?
Nah, he plays a vampire hunter in the upcoming Vampire Slayer.
Oh, he ain't really being one. Oh, for some reason, like this is my thing. For some reason, I used to get the feeling JamieFoxx kind of like he like wearing that dress. That's just me. I know you ain't gonna say it. I ain't scared of JamieFoxx.
I knew somebody that told me.
No damn body.
I don't care. He ain't watching. Nobody is clearly. I had a guy tell me that his brother played naked basketball with him and a bunch of bitches.
With JamieFoxx?
Yeah, with JamieFoxx, like 5-on-5 men versus women.
Naked basketball.
Yeah.
So everybody was naked.
I mean, look, that's the story. I didn't go into detail. I asked him, you sure they had drawers on? No, nigga. They were playing naked basketball. So, but anyway,
I don't understand.
He's part of that Netflix rollout where they got a ton of fucking movies that are coming to Netflix in the coming months. Like The Gray Man and some other movies. I think Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg in the movie too. Not with JamieFoxx, but it's something I'm not too sure. When it'll come up, I of course will tell you. But it's an upcoming action flick called Day Shift, which is now officially given a rated R.
With JamieFoxx?
Yeah, it's a long. Let's see. He wasn't that. Okay, I'm trying to feel. Jesus Christ, what's the damn thing of the movie?
Nigga, you're so fucking unprepared. What is going on over here?
These stories are terrible this week. Like
that don't mean you're supposed to be ready. What the fuck are you doing?
It's terrible this week.
I know, but
they ain't got shit going on in Hollywood.
I'm the only fucking watcher this shit. This
like it's so bad. Like we were talking about a Winnie the Pooh movie, but no, it's about a hardworking dad out to provide for his daughter using boring pool cleaning job as a front for his real gig, hunting and killing vampires. It's starring JamieFoxx, Steve Howie, Dave Franco, Carla Souza, Scott. Oh, my man Scott Adkins and Addicts.
What?
Atkins. I like him. He should not be doing movies by himself. So stick to not knowing English.
He's not a bad actor. He's an okay actor. I think he just needs better scripts. He probably needs better directors.
I don't. Avengement is what I saw not too long ago.
That's the one where they had the silver teeth. That was decent, wasn't it?
It was that one, and it was another one where it was kind of like felt like Commando. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, you know what it is? He reminds me of a B-level Michael Jai White, and that's not saying much.
Oh, Michael Jai White is. You know what? I would talk about Michael J. White. Now there are a few people in this world. I don't want to get beat up by. Michael J. White is one of them. So I will watch what I say about Michael J. White.
Michael J. White think he is the greatest martial artist ever.
He does. He think he can whoop Bruce Lee. I mean, and I'm not saying he couldn't whoop Bruce Lee.
You know, I mean, probably. I mean, just watch Bruce Lee movies.
It's just the way he talks. You know
I would say he probably could be Bruce Lee just because. So if you took Bruce Lee today and Michael J. White today, I would give the edge to Michael J. White just because I feel like he is expert in all the other forms of martial arts. Whereas Bruce Lee, I feel like he was just. Now, at that time, he probably was one-dimensional. Now you got so many. You got because of like MMA and the explosion of it. Everyone wants to learn every piece of mixed martial art possible.
But I kind of feel like if Bruce Lee, well, I mean Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris were probably around the same age, right?
Nigga, that's your
I don't remember, but just saying, I think they were around the same age. So I think if Bruce Lee was still around, he probably would have evolved some over time. You know what I mean? I mean, people look at where Bruce Lee stopped, but I think one of the things about Bruce Lee was I think he already advanced karate with Jeet Kune Do. So I think over time, but he saw new techniques, he probably would have incorporated them into, Jeet Kune Do.
Like I like Donnie Yen. One movie that he showed, he knew all that shit was what's the drink? You know the movie that I think that kind of like exploded.
How the fuck would I know the movie? You
know the movie. He had the leather jacket, the brown jacket on. He stopped. He was like doing karate and then went to jiu-jitsu.
He was like out in the jungle.
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
I knew you would know.
Yeah, I just can't think of the name of it. But I always fuck with Donnie Yen anyway.
I'm mad he didn't blow up over here.
I
don't know if he knows English either, but he's in a new job.
He speaks English.
Oh, he just doesn't care to speak it.
No, he speaks English when he's in American movies. When he's in movies. Yeah, but he was like in a Star Wars movie, spoke English.
I didn't see that.
He was in Blade 2.
He had no lines in that.
Did he? Okay,
he had one of the best kicks in that bitch, though.
Oh, that motherfucker, he was a beast. Donnie was a beast.
He had one of the best kicks, though. But he's in John Wick 4. I'm hoping I hope he's like a main. Yeah, well, they got him next to Keanu Reeves, so hopefully he is one of the main villains.
Speaking of John Wick, so I got an idea for John Wick, like a character. I don't want to say what it is, but I got an idea for John Wick character, a character for the movie. So we only got one viewer, which I think is me. But I'm not bullshitting. If anybody knows the John Wick people, tell them to holler at me. I got an idea. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
If you know them, hey, listen.
Listen. If you know the John Wick people, call. I'm telling you, I got an idea for twin brothers for a John Wick movie.
They did that in the last one.
No. Not this is something totally different. The only reason why I won't say it because I think it would be perfect for a John Wick movie. And I swear, if I say what it is, somebody gonna steal it. It's twin brothers in a John Wick movie, and I'm telling you, this shit is dope. It's better. Shut the fuck up. It's better than what's the shit from the Ray. Was it Bat Boy and
Hammer Girl?
Hammer Girl is better than Bat Boy and Hammer Girl. Trust me, it's dope as shit. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what. When we get off, I'll tell you what it is, and then when we do another show, you say if that idea was dope or not. Can we do it like that?
Sure.
Are you gonna be honest about it?
Yeah, nigga.
I was just saying, it's a dope fucking idea.
Okay.
And actually, it could spin off into like its own series or the Continental. I don't even want no more. I just want somebody to hear the idea, be like, that is dope as fuck.
Speaking of Continental, what is that? I think Netflix picked that up. Let me see.
Netflix? What the fuck was it on Netflix?
No, the Continental. Oh, it's only a miniseries though.
Okay, well, okay.
And Mel Gibson. Oh, wait, is Mel Gibson to be set starring the Continental? A prequel to Keanu Reeves. Mel Gibson's in this.
In what?
Continental.
Oh yeah, the Continental series. Yeah, I heard about that.
It looks like it's set in the set. Oh, so okay. I hope the tall black bald head dude. I like him.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
I can't. I don't know any of his lines. I'm gonna try to do his
From The
accent
Wire. I know you're talking about.
in Oz.
Yeah, he was in Oz.
Yeah, he played an undercover cop,
Oh,
and
okay.
he became a drug addict.
You know, one of the motherfuckers I never watched all of Oz.
I only watch up to Addy BC died, and then you could. You don't need to watch nothing else.
Why till Addy B?
That was the best. That was the
I
best
got,
part.
you know, I got questions, but I'm not going to ask.
Okay, I'm not sure where this is going, so we're gonna move on.
Yeah, we should. I don't know why you stopped at Addy BC dying.
Also, so there's not much going on. I try to Google as much as I can. So there's not a lot going on for at least the summer movies. So up until we get more information on anything and better updates, we're gonna bring you exclusive Fast and the Furious 10 updates each week up until the film drops. We will be giving you Fast and the Furious updates. Aren't you excited?
Yeah.
So, not much happened this week, but one update happened. We found out who Dom's grandmother is. That's your cue. You told me.
I know, but am I supposed to say it or you going to say it?
Yeah, because I actually didn't write it down.
It's Rita Moreno.
Yes.
From the electric company. And, I remember her from the electric company from when I was a kid and shit. But they got Rita Moreno playing Dom. How many people they going to add this goddamn movie? That's what I want to know.
Well, seeing that the budget open for Rock not coming back, they got about $20 million to spend.
This is what I feel like Vin Diesel. I'm sure we'll never have a Vin Diesel interview. I feel like Vin Diesel is so devoid of talent until he just gets as many people as he can think of that can actually act to be in his movies. So he doesn't have to do any heavy lifting. I just wonder what the fuck Rita Moreno's doing. And then who is she playing? Is that his father's mother or his mother's mother? Because his father was Michael Rooker.
Okay.
So who? I mean, they gonna introduce his mother or some shit? Like what?
I don't know.
They should get the driver call.
That's this week's Fast and the Fast 10 update.
Jesus Christ.
We know who his grandmother is. I can see the excitement on everyone's face. So next week, hopefully, we got another update. Now, speaking of Fast and Furious, even though the franchise is getting progressively worse, I don't like Dom and Hobbs.
Dom and Hobbs?
No, Shaw isn't Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw. I didn't like that. I wouldn't mind a Tyrese and Ludacris show. A movie.
You remember you said you did or did not like Hobbs and Shaw?
I did not.
Okay.
But I don't think a bad idea coming out with the Tej and what's up nigga? What's his name? Play
Roman.
Tej
well,
and Roman.
They actually have personality. They actually have
the chemistry is very good.
Yeah. And a personality that a lot of the other, But I think they're more comfortable being the comedic. What's the word? I think they're more comfortable being comedic. Relief. Yeah, comedy relief than some of the other people are. Like they don't take themselves as seriously as other people do.
But I also think it's maybe they know each other outside of Offset too, because they're both. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm assuming because they're both in the music industry.
Could be.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Somebody should actually pitch that. I think it would be, I don't know, because typically they always try to find, all right, Fast and the Furious is done. What's next? I don't think they come out with another Hobbs and Shaw.
I thought Dwayne Johnson said something about doing the second one.
He wants like $90 million to do.
I don't know. That movie didn't make that much money, did it?
No, actually, or
maybe worldwide it did.
I think worldwide it did. He's a megastar. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is a megastar overseas.
I don't understand how.
I mean, he started with WWE, so I can see.
I'm just talking about box office wise. I just don't. He doesn't do anything.
He's the new Schwarzenegger in a sense.
To me, he's one of the few actors who I feel like his movies got worse over time.
Nah, I disagree.
Because my favorite Dwayne Johnson movie, and we share a birthday. We share the same birthday. We do. That's my nigga. But yeah, we share a birthday. But my favorite, The Rock, my favorite Dwayne Johnson movie.
Nigga, like, get your pussy ass away from me.
But my favorite The Rock movie is The Rundown.
Oh yeah, you love that movie.
I could watch the movie every day. I love The Rundown, but I love it because we had a discussion earlier about characters being vulnerable. He didn't win every fight. You know what I mean? He won some he escaped by the skin of his teeth, and he lost a couple of fights. But the thing about it is, he showed a certain vulnerability, unlike what he does now, where he plays basically Superman.
Yeah,
it gets annoying after a while.
The beginning of the movie just showed that he was like, "Hey, look, man, I just need the ring."
Yeah, like that.
He said,
That to me,
"Yeah."
that was. I think that may have been, and that was the first movie. Well, no, he did Scorpion King before that, I think. But I think that was one of the first movies. He was in The Mummy.
He was in The Mummy, and then he did the Scorpion King. I think they came out around the same time.
But that was one of the first movies he did. To me, that was like the best scene when he went out. Was like, I just need the ring. Then he went to the bathroom. Then he came back. Like, to me, that was one of the greatest character entries.
Why don't you use a gun? Bad things happen when I use a gun.
Say what?
He said, "Why don't you use a gun?"
Yeah, I get it. The way that movie was set up was perfect for me. That's my favorite Dwayne Johnson. After that, he became like a superhero.
Well, so his films has grossed over $3.4 billion in North America and over $10.5 billion worldwide. So that should tell you why he's
overseas.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember when Skyscraper came out and it didn't do well at all over here. But then I saw a post he post #1 movie, and then I looked, it was overseas. So he's an overseas god over there. And I think it's just from WWE.
Well, Stallone had the same reputation where his movies did a lot better overseas than they did here, which is why he kept making movies here.
Yeah, I think that's just when you get that overseas money. Mm-hmm. I guess people are ignorant to just thinking that in America, that's all your money comes. When you make those box office, like them big budget movies, you need overseas money. You would never make. Michael Bay would have been stopped making movies if he didn't have for overseas.
Right. No, you're right.
And they don't even go all over. It's just maybe some of them like Asia. I feel like Europe are like the top two.
Yeah. But I know China, they make a lot of money.
Oh, they make a lot of money. I know Michael Bay stays getting that China money because a lot of his Transformers, they do the little sponsors with the
you mean the not endorsements. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Told you it's too early. We doing this shit early. It's like,
all right, man. It is 1 o'clock.
I'm still on sleep, nigga.
We're going to the Dwayne Rock Johnson conversation. Real quick. So outside of, how long do you think his career will last at this point?
His career? It'll last forever. Because one thing about him is, I think if he realizes, like, I feel like what he's doing now was kind of stale. But I think once he realizes it, I think he'll probably change what he does. Because remember, he didn't start off doing a bunch of action movies. He did comedies. He did the Game Plan and
Disney movies,
Tooth Fairy, and doing Disney movies. So I think one thing about him, I think he's not so arrogant as my boy Vin Diesel. I don't think he's so arrogant. I think Dwayne Johnson he'll realize, this is getting kind of stale. I better do something different to kind of change things around. So whatever his lane is, I think he's comfortable with whatever he feels like his lane is at the time. I think his career lasts a long time. He's open to evolving.
I mean, he'll evolve so much. I mean, he has muscles on top of muscles.
He'll lose weight.
Nah, that's his moneymaker.
Nah, but I think because remember when he did, was it the Tooth Fairy? He got slimmer for like.
We're talking Dwayne The Rock. That's well over 15 years ago.
What that motherfucker? What's that shit? The D-ball and all that shit. Lightweight, baby. Yeah, buddy. He on it.
What's that shit he be saying? Damn it! I see
the You know, Ronnie Coleman.
Let's go. No, it's not Let's Go. It's oh my God, I gotta look at it. This shit gonna be stuck in my head.
Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, he be saying some stupid shit. Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman. I think it's called what's his Ronnie Coleman workout protein, whatever. Protein shake. It's called God, I can't find it. Fuck it.
Oh, Ronnie Coleman. Don't come beat me up.
So Ronnie Coleman can't beat anyone up.
Well, Ronnie, what I'm telling you, Ronnie Coleman, if anybody, I'm tell you the funny shit in the world. If you ever go to, I don't know if you watch Joe Rogan podcast.
I've seen that part. I've seen one on there.
Yeah, but if you go watch Joe Rogan podcast, but it's for the people though.
Yeah, buddy, that's what it is. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
That's what it is.
But if you watch Joe Rogan podcast, Ronnie Coleman sounds just like, what's the dude name from Harlem Nights, the boxer?
What's going on?
Hello, gentlemen, lady. How's everybody doing this evening?
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman sounds just like. I cannot think of the boxer from the Harlem Nights. What that was, Stan Shaw?
Probably, I don't know.
Nigga with the clock, God.
Nobody. I was trying to mute it, and then this nigga gonna say something. Too late now. But anyway,
Every freaking show is you in the clock, bro.
Tooth Fairy came out in 2010.
Okay.
And then he got progressively bigger in each role. I'm no bull. So Tooth Fairy came out in 2010. He did The Other Guy, which I mean, he was kind of like Tooth Fairy size. He wasn't into that much. Then he did Faster. I think once he did Faster,
he was big as shit in Fast.
And then guess what movie he did right after that? Fast 5.
Oh, wow. I was gonna. Why do you say guess and let me guess?
Because you start drinking.
So what? I can't take a sip, Nick. I got to stop saying that word too.
But I wonder when he filmed Snitch though.
Wasn't that like after, or it could have been because he did something called Empire State too, like in between. With Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, but I wonder when all these were filmed though.
They could have been filmed like.
I think this was filmed early. The reason I say that Empire State came in 2013. He did Pain and Gain and Fast and the Furious around that same. Those came out around the same time. So I think, and he did G.I. Joe. So I think those were filmed because then right after that he did Hercules, and I remember him getting big as shit. But at this point, this dude is so huge. That's his money maker. And it seems like he's being typecast as the big swole guy.
But he has some acting ability.
No, I'm not saying he's not a bad actor. He's far from a bad actor. His movies are becoming the same.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I think that's what I said earlier. I think if he feels like he's getting stale, I think he'll do something different. Because he was in what's the movie with but the David Kelly movie, something Tales, Southland Tales. With I think it was a David Kelly movie. The guy that did what the fucking rabbit movie?
The TV show?
No. It was a movie. It's called Southland Tales, but it was I think David Kelly's the director. The guy saying the guy that did the what's the movie about with Jake Gyllenhaal with the giant rabbit?
Jake Gyllenhaal, giant rabbit.
Yeah, man, it was oh god damn it.
All right, let's move on.
No, but I think he has an acting ability. I think I said
it like 5 times. I didn't say he didn't.
I know you did. I'm just speaking.
Southland Tales. The Rock was in it.
Yeah, I think he.
But this is pre. D-ball and all that other shit.
But I don't think he's above changing shit if you feel like it'll. I don't think he's above changing things around to do something new.
But will he be bankable then? Because I'm looking back at his previous films before he became huge. The movies didn't really do let's say the rundown.
Okay, well, let's go back one second.
Okay,
but when you start talking about bankability, you got to think about some guys. once actors make a certain amount of money, they start doing things for fun. Like remember, Tom Cruise was in what's the movie? Was in a Tropic Thunder. He wasn't a star in that movie. I think he did that role to be fun. I think Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, but look who was in that movie though. There was some other A-list celebrities in there too.
But you don't think Tom?
I don't think Tom Cruise would have done that movie if Robert Downey Jr. and at the time Jack Black, wasn't it Jack Black?
Yeah, it was. But Robert Downey, I don't think he wasn't a big star at the time. Robert Downey Jr. Because remember when Tropic Thunder came out before Iron Man, correct?
Tropic Thunder, 2008.
But which movie came out first?
Iron Man 2008.
But which one came out first?
Probably about a month ago.
No, because what I can recall is Terrence Howard. They signed Terrence Howard for Iron Man before Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, because he came off that Oscar though.
But Terrence Howard was a bigger star at the time.
Yeah.
But Tom Cruise being in Robert Downey Jr. would get more out of being in a Tom Cruise movie than Tom Cruise would be getting out of a Robert Downey Jr. movie. Tom Cruise took the role as a favor because it was something different and fun to show a different side of him, as opposed to because they got all these A-list actors. He was a bigger star than any of those guys. Than Ben Stiller, Jack Black. Was JamieFoxx in that?
No. So it was Robert.
No.
Yeah, Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller was a star. Ben Stiller was a mega star around that time.
He was the biggest star than Tom Cruise.
No, I'm specific. Well, my point was that I if I'm a betting man, I would say Tom Cruise did that because who was already in that film. He didn't do a Samuel L. Jackson where I'm gonna do Ben Stiller.
Okay.
Like we were talking before. Or did that video drop? No, the video ain't dropped yet. I'm behind. The video ain't dropped yet. Coming soon.
Shit,
Tom Cruise.
I mean,
Samuel Jackson does movies. I've said, I think he just does it. One, he loves film, loves acting. Two, it's like, who is this guy? I kind of like the script. Like, what are you talking about?
Sam Jackson.
Nigga.
Sam Jackson makes so many movies. I think he still got a crack habit. Jesus Christ. Sam Jackson. That motherfucker show me anything.
But it could be he just likes to act. Again,
it could be.
He just likes to act.
It could be therapy. Like he just want to act because I don't, I see the pipe over there.
I'm not gonna let you talk.
We got a pipe over here, the movie script over here. Like,
I'm
gonna go ahead and do this movie. Until you can explain Arena to me, nigga.
What?
Arena.
Nigga, we're not doing this. That is the only movie you keep bringing up. Yeah, what about the other movies he did?
What about that RoboCop wig, nigga? Until you can explain Arena and that RoboCop wig, I ain't gotta say. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But let me finish my point.
Okay, go ahead.
You had Ben Stiller, Jack Black, Robert Downey, and I know for a fact Jack Black and Ben Stiller were like megastars around that time, especially the early 2000s, the mid 2000s.
But not bigger than Tom Cruise.
But that's nigga. Just let me.
Okay, go ahead.
My point is, they were in the film. So since they were in the film, and who knows what kind of bet Ben Stiller had with Tom Cruise or whatever, but you had megastars already in that film. It wasn't like John. Like if it was, let's replace Ben. Let's replace Ben Stiller with, I don't know who would have been
acting or directing.
Acting.
Okay.
I don't know. Give me a 2000. What's the dude that played in Never Back Down?
Which dude?
It don't matter. Pick one.
The main dude?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
If he replaced Ben Stiller, Jack Black, let's say he had the fact before he became a star from Knocked Up.
You can't do all this revisionist history.
What I'm saying is, do you think that he would have done that movie if there was a different director, a different Ben Stiller, and a different Jack Black, and a different Robbie Downey Jr.
It wouldn't be the same movie no more.
Exactly.
What that got to do with
anything? It's the same script, different actors, and Tom Cruise. Like, I'm not doing this fuckery with these people. I don't even know who they are. That's
like saying somebody on the straight to DVD shit. Tom Cruise like, how show me?
Tom Cruise would not do it. Tom Cruise like, where's this film going? I'm not doing
It doesn't
that.
matter. The role he played, he just wanted to show a different side of
No,
himself.
nigga. No, he didn't. He did it because who was in that movie? Let's keep it a buck. Like, stop it.
Okay. All right.
So you telling me if all these characters changed, Tom Cruise would have done that movie?
It depends on who the characters were. He probably was doing it as a favor to somebody.
So the niggas that was in it.
It could be like, hey, Tom, look, we got a role. I got a role. I think it'd be great for you to show a different side of yourself. Who knows?
Tom would have been like, why are you talking to me?
Tom Cruise ain't like that.
How do you know? You don't know these niggas.
Wait a minute. Was this before or after he did the whole jumping on the couch on Oprah thing?
This is 2008. You got to tell me that.
I don't remember, bro.
That happened during Collateral. That was around the time of Collateral, right?
Okay, so maybe Tom Cruise's career was kind of, people thought he was crazy, wasn't fucking with him. So they were like, you know what? We're going to leave Tom Cruise alone. He was like, I need something where I can just show, I'll take any role just to show a different side of myself. Because that's when he started showing a more vulnerable comedic side, like the Mission Impossible movies too.
But Mission Impossible came out when I was still in
the first one.
It came in like 96, didn't it?
What about the second one, third one, fourth one? He's still making them.
What I'm trying to, okay, the first one, 96, I was correct. So you're telling me 10 years later, like, what are you saying?
I'm saying Tom Cruise may have taken a role because he wanted to show a different side of himself.
All right, let's see what he did in 2000. Let's see what this nigga was doing. Let's see what he was doing in 2008. Oh, that's right. When you go to Wikipedia, they got more than, they got a whole legacy. You got to go on their filmography.
Bro, come on, man. What?
Oh, no. All right. So 2000. Let's go to 2000.
Why?
So
it was in 2000
because that's when Mission Impossible 2 came out.
But what that got to do with anything? We're not talking about.
But you said he was on a downslide
8 years later.
Okay, you said he was on the downslide. So he did Minority.
I said after he jumped on the couch on Oprah's show.
I believe that came out around Collateral.
Well, what did Collateral come like 2004?
Yeah. So what are you talking about? And War of the Worlds came out after
Collateral. What came out
War
after
of the Worlds.
Okay. And then
Mission Impossible 3 in 2006. The Tropic Thunder.
Okay, all those movies up to everything between Collateral did well. War of the Worlds did well, but I think that's when he was jumping on the couch. And then what was it? Mission Impossible?
War of the Worlds came out in. Oh, I'm back on his thing.
I think Mission Impossible 3 didn't do as well as they thought it would do. They blamed it on Tom Cruise and this whole jumping on the couch shit, and people didn't fuck with Tom Cruise.
He loved his bitch. What's wrong with that?
What are you talking about?
That's why he jumped on the couch. I love her.
Yeah, well, what's wrong? I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But everybody tried to make like he was crazy. So he was like, I got to show a different side of myself to get in people good graces. So what came out after Tropic Thunder?
I think he took a little layoff. Oh, but yeah, so he did Valkyrie, and then 2010
did do well.
He did Night and Day, which didn't do well. Then he did Ghost Protocol.
I thought Night and Day did okay.
Well, I don't think it was a really good film. You know what it was? And no, it didn't. It 117 million and only 262 million dollars to got back. So it was a bomb probably. But then 2011 Mission Impossible dropped Ghost Protocol, and ever since then, this nigga's been on. He's only had. Let me read this. He's only had one bad film since Ghost Protocol.
Okay.
And this also credits him. Who was in Rock of Ages? Wait a minute.
That was Tom Cruise. He was like the guitar player.
Yeah.
Okay. What about?
Wait, what?
What are you doing?
Oh, well, he wasn't a star in that.
He was. Well, he was okay.
Nah,
he was. I think with in Rock of Ages, he was kind of like the hidden star. I don't even think they promoted him as being in the movie.
All right, so he did.
What is your point? What's your point here?
He jumped on the couch when?
Oh
when did God, okay? He jumped on the couch in 2005. So you're telling me 3 years later, he need to get his career back on?
Yeah, because he wasn't as big as of a box office draw.
Okay, 2005. So how when he dropped Collateral? Not Collateral. War of the Worlds in 2005, which did $600 million. Then he did, and then after that he did Mission Impossible 3.
Okay.
Yes,
The Mission Impossible 3 did not make.
Okay, that's one film. So what are you talking? Okay, he produced 2 films between that.
It only take one film for people to say you fell off.
I don't ever remember hearing anybody say he fell off.
So you telling me he fell off? Were you paying attention to movies back then?
Yes, nigga. How do you? Okay.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because you're being stupid. Your argument is stupid. I would have seen if you would have said that The Last Samurai, which is the reason why his career went under, because he was a white man playing an Asian samurai.
No, he was not playing the Asian. He was just don't do that. Don't do that. So you gonna start the AARP hate shit. Don't do that.
He shouldn't have been playing.
No.
Asian
No.
He was a white savior.
No. He was not a white. He was not the white savior. He got captured, and then they held him and shit. And then he started understanding the ways of the samurai and decided to team with them. He was not the white savior because he did not save the day. He got his ass beat like everybody else.
So you saying
he just started incorporating. He helped them incorporate U.S. military strategies in their fight, but he was not the white savior. Don't start that shit. From AIP hate on someone.
I don't even know what this argument is anymore because it doesn't seem to me he ever fell off.
You don't like Tom Cruise's argument.
I'm over here defending him. What the fuck?
How you defending him?
Because I'm telling you, he didn't fall off.
I didn't
you
say,
said because he did.
He did fall off. When all your movies make $100-200 million, then all of a sudden they stop making money because people stop saying not gonna fuck with you no more.
Okay, I'm about to read this list off to you. Okay,
don't I don't want you need to read it all.
Okay, okay. Let's go. Okay, so you're saying he fell off after the? Are you saying he fell off because of the couch?
The whole jumping on the couch shit.
Okay, so that's what your argument is.
What year was that?
2000. Let me make sure. Couch. Tom Cruise couch jump. I think we said 2004.
I thought you already knew when it was.
I did, but I gotta keep Googling shit to prove you wrong.
It was 2005.
Well, are you sure?
It's 2005.
Yeah, May 23rd. Oh, the anniversary just passed.
I just told you when it was.
2005. Okay.
If I was white, you wouldn't double check me like this. Let me just say that. But go ahead.
Nigga.
Continue.
I wouldn't be doing a podcast. Well,
continue.
So 2005 is when he did the job. And you're saying because he did the couch.
I'm not saying because. Okay, go ahead. Finish.
No. I need to know your argument. No, I know. You keep cutting. What is your argument that because of the couch jump, Tom Cruise fell off?
Because people stopped fucking with him after the couch jump. They stopped fucking with him, and they started talking about what's this shit, Scientology and all that type of stuff.
Okay, and you're saying he fell off because his films weren't doing that well anymore.
Yes.
Okay, so that's your argument. Cool.
But hold on. When I say that,
change the argument.
Wait, no. Listen. When I say that well means
he had to fix it. He had to fix that shit.
Shut the fuck up, let me finish. That well means it wasn't doing what it was doing before.
Okay. So let me change your argument now. So your argument
No. Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
So your argument is that because of the couch jump that happened on May 23rd, 2005.
Yes.
His movies were not doing as well as previously.
Right.
And that's why he did Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Okay, Tropic Thunder. Okay.
Tropic Thunder.
So let's see when War of the Worlds came out.
Came on June 29th, 2005.
Okay, so it came out damn near a month later.
Right.
It did $603 million.
That was a Steven Spielberg movie, though.
Whoa, no, that wasn't your argument. No. Who was starred in it though? Tom Cruise.
I know, but Steven Spielberg.
See how niggas do?
Wait. Because he jumped on the couch. That was right before War of the Worlds came out.
It was a month later. So
I know, but that's what he was promoting, I believe. It was War of the Worlds.
I'm not even gonna give you that one because I'm giving you a movie.
No.
You're saying the movie. So wait a minute. So you're saying the movie did good?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm about to fuck your whole argument up. I know where you're going.
No, I'm asking you.
No.
So I'm asking you. That movie did well, not because of Tom Cruise, but because Steven Spielberg was in it.
Because it was Steven. Yeah, because it was Steve. Well, It was a Steven Spielberg movie, and people saw it despite the fact that Tom Cruise was in it.
All right, how you
That's
want
what
to
I'm
fuck up my
saying.
argument? Please go ahead.
No, you finish. You go on.
Okay. Then after that, he produced 2 films only with Elizabethtown and Ask the Dust.
But he wasn't in those.
I say he produced only.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Mission Impossible 3 came out in 2006.
Uh-huh.
J.J. Abrams directed it. Tom Cruise starred in it. So from your previous argument, maybe people didn't like J.J. Abrams, and that's why they didn't come out to that movie.
How Mission Impossible 2 made how much money? 215 million. Mission Impossible 3 made how much?
No, it didn't. They're gonna make 546 million.
No. We talking about the U.S. box. We talking about U.S. box office.
No, nigga.
Okay, wait. You want to wait.
No, nigga. No, that's not what we.
Slow down.
No.
Slow down, Smoky Joe. Slow down, Smoky Joe. Slow down.
Touch your mic.
Slow down.
No, nigga. No, he's completely changing the argument. We did not say we're going domestic and international.
Domestic box office. Wait, hold on, you ain't even listening. Domestic box office is where the argument always is.
No, that was not. I literally asked you, what is your argument? After 2005,
it's domestic box office, U.S. box office. What are you talking about?
This nigga literally changed the entire argument.
What was the original argument?
Would you like me to play it back to you?
It was the domestic box office. Okay, slow down. So what you wait a minute. Do you want to use worldwide box office?
We were always using box. We never said that it was a difference between.
Okay, fine. We use worldwide. How much money did Mission Impossible 2 make?
I just told you, 526 million.
No, 549.
Where you getting your numbers from?
I'm getting it from the numbers.
I'm getting it from Wikipedia.
I'm fuck Wikipedia. Wikipedia, anybody can
edit. And now I gotta find an accurate source.
I just told you what it is. I'm telling you what it is.
Okay, it's off by 10 million.
Okay, Mission Impossible 2 made 549 million. He jumped on the couch in 2005, right? Right?
Nigga, this your
what did Mission Impossible 3 make?
You got the numbers in front of you.
399 million. It made what? It made about $150 million less than Mission Impossible 2. Okay. Then Lions for Lamb came out. That made 63 million. Then Tropic Thunder came out. That made 191.
That wasn't his film. That was Robert Redford's film.
What's that? Lions for Lamb? He was still in it. He was in Valkyrie.
Wow, this nigga's changing the argument. Now we got to make sure that is he starred, co-star, or co-star.
I'm just saying his movie.
That was Robert Redford's film.
No, his movie started to make more money after he did Tropic Thunder. He was on the downslide. He made Tropic Thunder, and then he started back on the upslide. That's all I'm saying.
Nigga, you wrong.
You're
wrong.
Fuck this, man.
You wrong. Why you change the argument?
What was my original argument?
Your argument said because of the couch jump, his movies was on the downslide. Okay. But so he had one bad film, which was
that? What was that?
Mission Impossible 3.
Right.
Because Valkyrie did 201 million on a $75 to $90 million budget.
It still didn't make the money they thought.
That's not those type of films that make those type of. Okay, so depending on. So you're telling me if Tom Cruise said tomorrow, I'm gonna do a $5 million budget, how much do you expect that film to make? And it's not a Mission Impossible. It's a love story. It's a letter to my love type story, directed by Ang Lee. How much do you expect that movie to make?
Ang Lee movie?
Yeah, that's an Ang Lee movie. $5 million budget, starring Tom Cruise. I don't know who and what's another Kate Wilson. How much do you expect that movie to make? Do you expect that movie to make $200 million? I don't know. I just made that name up. Some shit.
It depends on the movie he makes. I don't know.
I just told you this is a love story.
I mean, probably not. But if you make $5 million, I mean, nobody cares about $5 million anymore. $5 million like Amazon.
But your argument is that because the movies didn't do like previously. All his movies make. But
they didn't make what they expected it to make. Valkyrie was a big time, was supposed to be a summer box office blockbuster, and it was not.
Oh shit, we gotta go into the segment too. All right, look, nigga, I'm wrapping this up. You changed the whole argument. You did, nigga. You did. You went from Tom Cruise movies to wait, that's domestically. What about international?
And then I went to worldwide box office. The same shit.
That's what the original argument was.
It doesn't matter what the original argument was. I went to worldwide box office.
But he only made out after the couch jump. He made War of the Worlds, which was a box office hit.
Right.
Mission Impossible. I'm not giving you Lions of the Lambs because that was Robert Redford's movie.
Why was he in it?
That was Robert Redford's movie.
Did you see it?
I don't need to. It's Robert Redford.
You didn't see it, so you don't know how long Tom Cruise was in it.
Okay, I know it wasn't a Tom Cruise movie.
He was in it? What are you talking about? Why was he in it then? Why did they hire Tom Cruise to be in it? It wasn't a fucking Tom Cruise movie.
Okay. Meryl Streep was in it too.
Bro. And what they got in top? So what? Tom Cruise and Meryl Streep can't be in the same movie?
You know who this bitch is?
Yeah, so I know who Meryl Streep is.
Moving on herself by herself.
I love Meryl Streep. What are you talking about?
Why you love all these people? These niggas don't know you.
I love Meryl Streep.
You love a lot of white people. I just want to let you know that.
Hey, bro, I'm light skinned. I mean, you haven't seen my 23andMe results either.
Anyway, I'm done with this conversation. His career.
Yeah, you ought to be because you're wrong.
Nigga, he had.
No, I thought you were done. Don't talk about it no more.
Mission Impossible.
You done? I thought you were done.
For the World.
What happened?
And then he did Tropic Thunder. That's 2 movies. Then he said, "My career downhill."
And he did because I'm not making the money I usually make. You sound like
a horrible supervisor. We can't use this nigga no more.
That's what supervisors do.
Anyway, all right. I want to wrap it up with the summer. Do you think that this? Well, COVID did have a lot to play with it, but the summer blockbuster movies this year, they're kind of weak. Ain't really much going on. I think you're only gonna have maybe 3. You had Doctor Strange, Thor. I think
Top Gun.
Top Gun. It's only 3.
3 what? Big movies?
Yeah. Because if you look at the previous years, they've had more than they've had a lot.
What I think right now they're just they're still trying to figure out how the box office is gonna go. I mean, I think this weekend Top Gun had 100 and
it was like
19 million. So I think as time goes and they figure out what's going to happen as far as COVID goes, I think they'll start opening. They'll go back to the original summer movie plan. A lot of stuff just got pushed back because they weren't sure.
Yeah, because I was thinking, why didn't they drop Batman this summer?
Well, the thing is, so it seems like summer almost starts earlier now.
Well, honestly, I think it's because Fast and the Furious actually started that.
Yeah, it's like they start around like Easter break and shit. I think just try to find the times when people aren't in school so much, and that's when they start dropping movies. So, they just kick it back further. I think people still like movies.
Yeah, but I think on demand is actually hurting it though.
I think on demand may hurt certain movies.
I'm not talking about
some movies I feel like are meant to be seen on the big screen, like Top Gun, for example. Like Top Gun, the only way I watch that, like I'm going to see it. I'm gonna go see it in IMAX because I feel like it's made for big screen. I think now they may have to start figuring out how to make movies people actually want to go to the movies to see. There's some movies that only look good on the big screen. Like I've watched Avatar. Like Avatar, watching it theater and watching home to me is 2 completely different experiences. It's hard for me to watch it at home.
I guess because it seemed like COVID happened, but even the movies that they're coming out with are just kind of weak. If you look back at I think I went to 2000. I think 2012 was like a huge summer release because I think that's when Batman was released.
What year? 2012.
Avengers was released. So they had Prometheus.
That was 10 years ago.
Well, no, just let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
They had Prometheus. They had where's the other one? It's coming up. Hold on. Magic Mike.
Supposed to have all this shit. Who the fuck went to see Magic Mike? Nigga?
The Avengers.
That was a woman's movie.
Ted, even though it was still a comedy movie. They had I'm trying to find it. Oh, Dark Knight Rises. I'm trying to get the right Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises. Okay. And I think that was it. They had a couple more, and then like 2006, I remember they had Pirates of the Caribbean and a lot more. It just doesn't seem like I don't know if they just don't want to make. It seemed like Marvel, like comic book movies, kind of effed everything up, just because I don't think people want to put that type of money out if they're not going to get the money back. Because a lot of movies that are coming out that are big budget are nothing but Marvel movies and DC movies.
Well, that's true. I mean, I think comic book movies are getting so big until people think comic book movies, Star Wars movies.
Star Wars actually started its downslide. Those last couple movies.
I'm not even. Star Wars does nothing for me anymore.
I never did.
It used to be like the big screen stuff. I'm not a fan of Star Wars anymore. So I think people are just trying to find what the new wave is. I mean, I think one of the problems now is it seems like be a lot of remakes and a lot of seems like a lot of regurgitated plots. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what we were anticipating for Fast 10 to come out. I think that's be the
who anticipating Fast 10 to come out.
Well, we are. That's what we give updates every month.
I don't know. You are. You.
All right, well, that was just the last piece. All right, well, this has been a decent show.
Can you get my announcement? I can't.
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
No.
Why not?
No, it's no point. I'm not going to even put that in a tag.
But why don't you let me do it? It's on me. I can't get my announcement. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let me do it.
You are holding yourself out for subscribers.
I don't give a shit, though. Can I do it?
Go ahead. I'm gonna go Google something.
Don't Google. No, you got to stay here with it because you got the hashtag. You got the hashtag this shit. Okay, so listen. So right now we got how many subscribers we got?
If you count the people that we don't know, one. Nigga, we're not doing this stupid shit.
Let me do it.
Do it on Twitter.
Let me do it. No, let me do it. Come on, man. You never know how this may go, but hey, listen. So this out because people do stuff on YouTube all the time. People do all kind of podcasts and shows. I just want to show how dedicated I am to this podcast. So I'm gonna put this out there. Are you paying attention, nigga? You gotta be
No, I already know what you're gonna say. It don't seem like you want to say it. You just wasting time. This is an hour and 30 minutes.
I do. That's cool. But tell you, it's gonna be like 45. So listen, this is how dedicated I am to this. So if we get 5,000 subscribers, I will challenge. At 5,000. Once we get 5,000 subscribers, I will box. He already challenged Mike Tyson. If he's gonna fight Mike Tyson, I'm just saying.